Skinny Hardaway Southern T, back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If this your first time, do your boy solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well. We talk this good MMA, boxing, sports, parlays, predictions every single day, not just today. Today, we here with a two-part EP, right? We got PFL Europe 3 fight breakdown and prediction, and we also got PFL Mena breakdown and prediction, right? PFL Mena 3 breakdown and prediction, right? So we got PFL Europe on Friday, PFL Mena on Saturday. We're going to break down both cards right here. We're going to start with PFL Europe. I'm going to predict every fight. We're going to work our way to the PFL Mena card. I wasted enough of y'all time already, right? So let's go and get to the breakdowns. I'm going to start with PFL Europe. I'm going to start with the main event and the co-main. And then after I break down the main event and the co-main, I'm going to get into the full card picks. And I'm going to give y'all my most confident picks. We go into the parlay, right? And then we go do the exact same thing for PFL Mena, right? So main event and co-main. Let's go. All right, so in the main event, we got IU versus Decime. Decime is a late replacement opponent. This is going to be a stand-up fight, I'm guessing, right? Unless, IU knocks him down and then jumps on top of him. But I'm expecting IU to probably knock out Decime. Decime fought in bare-knuckle about 3 weeks ago. Yes, 3 weeks ago. And he lost. But he is an experienced MMA guy, right? So he's not just a bare-knuckle guy, but just want to throw that out there. But IU should beat him. He should stop him, should knock him out. I'm guessing, round one, maybe. Could be round two. This fight's most definitely not going the distance. IU for the win. All right, so next fight, we got Atunga versus Gregory. This is the co-main, right? The guys you see at the bottom right, bottom left, bottom right. Atunga to the left, Gregory to the right. This is going to be striker versus grappler in weeks. The striker is going to knock the grappler the fuck out. Atunga is going to win this fight. Atunga is more than likely going to win this fight by knockout. More than likely, he's going to win this fight by first round knockout, right? A lot of fights got canceled, on this card, right? So this is going to be the co-main event. I do like Atunga as a fighter, as a prospect, right? I am interested in seeing this fight mainly because I know a knockout is coming. This guy that he's fighting, he can't fight a little bit. He's excellent on the ground, right? But his hands can't match Atunga, right? So Atunga for the win, probably by violent KO. All right, in this next section, what we about to do is we about to go over the full card, PFL winners, right? There's only 10 fights on this card, right? I'm about to give you all 10 winners and a quick, synopsis of why I think that they're going to win. All right, so the first fight, I'm going to butcher some of these names too, right? We got Del Gurro, right? Del Gurro is taking on Asazul, right? I think Del Gurro, I think he's the better overall fight. I think he's the better striker. And I think, he's better on the ground. He's probably going to stop him. I would say medium confidence on him, right? I may end up playing him too, right? O'Sullivan versus Goodies. I think O'Sullivan, this is both of their first fight. O'Sullivan has a storied amateur career. I'm leaning on O'Sullivan's amateur career, right? We got Edwin, extremely low confidence, right? He's fighting DeFranco. That's who I believe in the most out of the people I believe in. Not a lot, right? And Edwin would be, I believe in Edwin more than I believe in DeFranco, right? So I got Edwin in there, extremely low confidence. Oliveira versus Axel was one of the harder fights to pick, on the card, right? I'm going to go dog or pass Oliveira on that. That fight's probably not going the distance. Or both those guys, are tough. I think there could be a fight where they just, beat on each other for 3 rounds. But Oliveira, dog or pass. I got Kelly over Abdul. Think he's better striking. Think he's better on the ground. Kelly for the win. Chizal versus Porcella is a bit of a toss-up. I got Chizal. I think he's the better striker. Porcella maybe wants to get this fight to the ground. Think it'll be hard to take Chizal down, right? Chizal for the win. Think he's a little more crisp as well. We got Chepolowski versus Garnett. I like Chepolowski's all-around game. Like his fight style, as well. Garnett is a good striker. I think he's probably going to want to wrestle in this fight, right? Which I think he's going to be unsuccessful. Chapolowski for the win. Hughes versus Denise. I think Denise is a little better at striking. I think Denise is a little better on the ground. I think he'll be, not Denise, my bad, I'm sorry, Hughes. I think Hughes is a little better at striking. I think Hughes is a little better on the ground. I think Hughes will be comfortable wherever this fight goes. I got Hughes in this fight. Hughes may drop around in this fight, but I think he'll be able to win it, 28-29, something like that. Hughes. And we already went over the 2 main event fights. What we about to do in this next section is I'm about to give y'all my fight parlay, right? My most confident picks, right? Which is my fight parlay. Y'all, let's go and get to it. My bad. Let's go and get to it, y'all. All right, and my most confident picks / fight parlay, right? Kelly, Hughes, and Tanganay, Chapolowski. And if you want more juice, you could add O'Sullivan, right? Kelly, Hughes, and Tanganay, Chapolowski. That'll get you to plus 150. If you add O'Sullivan, they get you to plus 285, right? Those are my most confident picks. I think Kelly is in the ring with a guy that he's in the octagon with a guy that he's all around, just better than. He should be okay if that fight goes to the ground, right? He may be able even to initiate his takedowns, right? And I think he's going to be the better striker. Hughes is a little similar. I think he's in a little tougher fight, right? But I think he's the better all-around mixed martial artist in his fight as well. I think he'll be okay and better wherever that fight goes, right? And Tanganay is going to smoke his opponent. That fight isn't even close. And I think Chapolowski, while he is in there with a guy that's game, a guy that can strike as well, who probably would try to strike in the beginning and then realize Chapolowski's striking is much better. And then I think by the time he, try to get the fight to the ground, it'll be too late. He'll be too tired because Chapolowski is hard to take down anyway, right? I think Chapolowski stops the takedowns and he probably finishes that fight. Won't be surprised if it went distance, right? But we just gonna take him, on the money line at plus 150. And I think O'Sullivan, O'Sullivan's in her debut, right? But I think, with her amateur background, she's just a better overall MMA fighter as well, right? So those are the 5 picks that I'm most confident in, right? What we about to do now is we about to get into the PFL Europe 3 Mena card, right? So buckle up your seatbelt. We got another card to break down. All right, PFL Mena 3. We gonna keep the main thing. We gonna start with the main event and the co-main event. First main event, we got Aliquay versus Galal. Aliquay should win this fight fairly easy. I think his wrestling and his grappling is just way too strong. Galal is a grappler. From what I seen, right? I just don't think he's as good a grappler as Aliquay. Think Aliquay is going to have an athletic advantage. He's going to have an experience, like competition edge advantage as well. He is adequate, like on the feet. Striking is his strong suit. He mostly uses his striking to get to, his grappling and his wrestling, which I don't think that he'll have a problem doing. I think Galal? I don't think Galal is going to add much resistance, y'all, if I'm going to be real with y'all. I could stretch this out, but really, in the end, Galal's really just going to be outmatched. He's really going to be outmatched on the feet. He's going to be outmatched on the ground tremendously, right? What I'm saying is he's really going to be outmatched on the feet, too, on top of being completely way outmatched on the ground, right, in the clinching and the grappling, right? So Aliquay should win that fight fairly easy. In the co-main event, we got Muhammad Sefi. Muhammad Sefi is an extremely exciting fighter, right? Muhammad Sefi is taking on Fama. Fama is a guy, this is going to be his first fight in the PFL, and his first fight is a co-main event versus Muhammad Sefi. Muhammad Sefi, I think, he's super strong. He's a super athlete. He's a bit wild, right? And extremely dangerous, right? He's a guy, his fights, if you look at him, right, you see why his fights don't last long. But also, if you look at him, you be like, okay, well, this dude right here, he can't possibly go the distance, right? As big as he is, as stocky as he is. He has supreme, conditioning as well. He's super athletic. He has super conditioning. And, he's super strong, right? It's just all bad for Fami in his first fight on the PFL. This kind of feels like a setup for Muhammad Sifi, and I think he's going to set it up and knock it down. Muhammad Sifi by knockout. Also, I got Aliquay probably by, knockout or submission, right? Maybe submission. Muhammad Sifi by knockout. I think both favorites in the main event and the co-main handle business. All right, my full card picks for the PFL main card. I got El Sisi in his fight, low confidence Durbana. It's a lot of unknowns with these PFL fighters, right? A lot of times you got a lot of bad fighters on bad fighters, right? So it's hard to have high confidence, right? We got Aludi, mid confidence. Gamori used to fight in the UFC. I know him, mid confidence. The ones with the stars are the ones I like the most, right? Deani, Ben Casey, Hamill, Rita, Bashir, right? Young prospect. His odds are terrible, right? But I do think he should win. We got Muhammad Sifi, who I think is a motherfucking monster. And then we got Aliquay, who I also think, is pretty dang good, right? So those are my fight winners. What we about to do now is I'm about to give y'all my most confident picks in Parlay. And that's what I want y'all to play and take home with y'all. Make sure y'all come through the live, right? Because we probably going to end up playing all this. All right, my most confident picks for PFL Mena is Diane, Ben Casey, Hamill, Rita, Bashir, Mama Sifi, and Aliquay. If you put all 7 of those together, that'll get you the plus 405. Those are just on the money lines, right? That's what I'm most confident in. I think Deani, right, is head and shoulders better than his opponent. He's better striking. He's better on the ground. He's probably going to get the knockout. Ben Casey's opponent is kind of decent, right? But I think Ben Casey is better, on the ground, and he's better at striking. Some of these fights I feel like are kind of set up for the fighters to win. So I'm going to jump in front of them, and I'm going to take the favorites to win, right? We got Hamley. He's fighting a guy with about just as many losses as he has wins, right? Hamley should destroy him. Raider, I think, is one of the better fighters out on the PFL Mena circuit, right? I like Raider. Been betting on him a lot. Haven't bet against him yet. Don't plan on doing it anytime soon. The young prospect, Bashel, he's minus 900, right? So maybe you want to leave him out. But Bashel, I do like, his trajectory where he's going. Again, I think Muhammad Sifi is a monster, right? He's probably going to get his win by knockout, I would assume. And then Aliquay as well is going to be a knockout or a submission in that main event. Right, Mama Sifi's opponent is pretty good, right, but not nowhere as good as Mama Sifi. And Aliquay opponent is just overmatched in that fight. You put all 7 of those together, they get you the plus 405. Those are my most confident picks. That's all I got for y'all, man. Skin the Hardaway Southern Tea. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but it's the present. That's how we rocking, and I'm out. Look. All right, just to give you a recap of the first fight card picks, PFL Europe 3, Kelly, Hughes, and Tanaga, Chapalowski. Put those together, that gets you to plus 150. And again, if you want more value, add O'Sullivan. That'll get you up to plus 285. And I butchered bruh name again, man. It's Antagone, not Antanaga. Hell of a fighter, so I'm going to make sure I get his name right. But that's all I got from y'all, man. Y'all be blessed.